What's up? What's up? What's up? Make sure you warm up. Get to that glory. What up? What up? What up? For the glory, always that chicken. Let's get it. Hope y'all got into the money today. If not, hope this motivates you to keep going, keep getting it. What's up with it? What's up with it? Can you do both cables for both arms? Yes, you can. I just like sometimes the resistance of just one. But sometimes in improving yourself, you have to isolate certain muscle groups sometimes to get the best out of it. But you can't do it with both hands. Let me show you. A lot tougher though. And I tell you, the resistance, don't break on these. I mean it. Do you train your neck, or do you feel You still feel some type of way training it. Pause. You train your neck? It was breaking up. You mean train your neck? Elaborate a little bit more on that. What happens if you let go? You're gonna run into it. It's a lot of resistance on that band. Slow. Pain. Where is that? Let's go. That's a fact. If I do it, earn your keep. What's the name of the park? It's not a park. Well, it is a park, but it's a project. I forgot what project this is. But it's right in Harlem, right on 122nd Street, First Avenue. Let's go. Keep earning your deposits. Keep earning your keep. Earning your keep. Right now, we on Wagner Projects. Probably one of the best bars in the city. Only because, pause, the thickness of the bar makes it more, it's tougher to control your tension that you're creating in your hand. So a lot of times, if the bars are light or smaller, you're able to move, you can do the movement a lot cleaner. But when the bar is thicker, it puts a lot of emphasis on your form, so you get a lot more out of it than your average bar. You feel me? It's not always about a lot of reps sometimes. Sometimes it's pace, making sure that you're able to breathe, and then you build up to that higher repetition. It don't happen in a day, but the more consistent you are, the better you get out of it. Bring on that intensity. Let's get it. Summertime is here. If you ain't shredded now, don't wait now. Get your bands. Yeah, you could do 50, 60, 70 reps. And do it with these Supreme bands. It's the difference. Yeah, let's let it go. Yeah, that's my boy. You get it in with him?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Let's get it. That's a fact. Let's get it. You out here often?
Yeah.
Let's get it. Come around, lock in with me.
Hell yeah, definitely.
What? We'll be here for a little minute. Lock in. Get it. Bring back the community of calisthenics. When I first started, I was drawn to the park because of the people that was in it. Give you knowledge, give you understanding about the body. And as I continue to do it, I wanted to be better. Not only for the fact that they showed me the game, but I know it was the end all. They only just giving me only bits and pieces of what they know. So when I learned to go get certified, then I went in to get a degree in it. You learn how to do a little bit more outside of the bar, which I think is still a great way to get in shape. But there's so many other aspects of fitness that needs to be tapped into. So you gotta have a good balance. You know what I'm saying? Bar is great. It's what you do with your knowledge, how you pass it off. I'm gonna always give out the knowledge because I remember what I was and what this brought for me. This gave me a lot of different perspective. It wasn't about always making your anger let it take over you. It's allowing you to understand that your anger is energy and it can be transformed on how you push it. You know what I'm saying? Energy can never be dismissed or dispersed. It could just be changed. So just change that energy into where it was negative. Now I'm making it positive. I'm gonna build myself up, build people around me strong. Not only physically, but mentally. We have the power. If you come from these areas where it's hard, you have that durability that most can't take on. You hear me? Something going wrong in their life, they ready to dive and end themselves. You get what I'm saying? Us, we strive, we thrive, we keep going. Some go, some drop off, we keep working, we keep fighting. That's the mentality. That's the goal. Don't quit, keep working. Keep working. Okay. 15th piece, extra spicy. Yo! Ready for the pain?
Akeem, me out here.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Say what up to the people, y'all.
Oh, shit, yo.
It's my boy right here, Jamal.
What up, y'all?
Let's get it. What's your YouTube? No, we're about to make him a YouTube. You put in that pain too.
Wild though.
You know what it is. Fight for it. Chase it. Give them the understanding of how I started out. I feel like I repeat myself a lot, but somebody need to hear it. Bring back that authenticity. You feel me? Get it. 3. Let's get it. 4. Come on. Perfect form. One of the best forms I've seen. Whoa. One of the best forms you've seen.
Good.
I don't know. Shout out to them. It's good. That's cool. Well, remember, because I hear a lot of talk about that too with form. Don't be form police and you don't do nothing with it. You get what I'm saying? Or you say, oh, I only do 5 or 3 and don't push yourself because you like it got to be perfect. You don't gain a physique like this or understanding of anything without having to go through that storm. If every rep looked perfect, I promise you, you ain't gonna have the endurance. You ain't gonna look like nothing. You just have all this, the science behind it rather than the actual work. The person who's doing the work is gonna look better. So if you throw into, I don't take away nothing from nobody. If your form looks amazing, clap it up. Your form don't look, clap it up. You're doing something. But don't let yourself be on some form police so much. Now you only did 2 sets of 2 and you ain't really did nothing. You don't look like nothing. You get what I'm saying? That's what it is. And my own roids. I heard that a lot too. That's cute. No, this is hard work and dedication. This is what dedication look like. If I was on roids, it'll look crazy. I promise you. Your lack of looking like something is a question why you gonna have to my own roids. I look like this my whole fucking life. You crazy? Don't say nothing stupid. I like blocking niggas too. Absolutely ain't no right. Say there's no right way, but there's a wrong way. I don't believe there's a wrong way. Outside of you doing something where you do one shoulder at a time and then push up, that's the only way I'll say no. That's a bad form. Or you hyperly kicking, I would say nah. But you got to remember too, weight class difference, and then understanding that you have to get control of what you've been doing. The more consistent you are with everything that you do, the better you look. Can you do a one-arm muscle up? Not right now, but I'll be working on it soon. How many days a week should you work out for growth? Depends on your workout capacity. People starting out, I try to tell them 3 days. 2 days with a trainer or somebody who has a little bit more experience than you, and 1 to 2 days by yourself. Depend on your schedule, your lifestyle, and how bad you want it. Those are the ones that's gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? And being around people that want to learn and you can learn from. Sometimes you be the teacher, sometimes you're the student. But don't ever think that it can't be switched around, because there's certain things that I've shown him, and then in return, he's shown me with understanding about yourself, learning to read outside of what you've been doing and because the science of fitness continues to change. When you remember and understand that, you understand that there's new information every month, every week. So if you don't add that into the regimen, you're just playing stupid. That old way of doing things is cool, but there's new ways of doing it with better understanding, all right? Right now we did, I did some rows, 15 pull-ups, 10, 5 muscle ups, 15, 5, 10. Yeah. If you want, you can warm up with some of the rows. If not, you can just jump right into it. If you break, you break. If you don't, it don't matter. Just testing out.
Try not to.
Try not to, that's fine. Once again, too, if you see the Supreme band, it's a great way to stretch, great way to warm up. And the great thing about these resistance is that it stays consistently with tension. It doesn't break unless you cut it. You get what I'm saying? Getting used to the resistant band is definitely, it'll challenge your push-ups, and it's really great for just about any movement you can think of. It just adds resistance to every movement. He said, can you fly with those wings? Sometimes, if you got hyperglide, you get what I'm saying? But in reality, you're like, I made these with my bare hands, y'all. I don't know why everybody else do, but what I do with these, for those who just looking to work on their muscle up. Once again, you hear. I don't want to sound like an advertising commercial, but if you don't advertise your shit, who will? You heard? This right here. Tell people, you know, you're starting out. If you have a partner, you have them pull you down. If not, you by yourself. Do the first pull-up by yourself. Yep. Now you having it here. Working on the lever.
Ah, okay.
Muscle up. Get so much fluid. 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right.
It's getting stronger in those movements. Now when you start doing it by yourself, you're a lot stronger in it. And I'm 220 pounds. How much you weigh?
160 now.
160. So the different weight ranges, it changes the way you do it. I'm taller than him. But that's no excuse not to get to the work. You got to deal with the body you built with. Creatine is beneficial for most. Yeah, if you having enough water, I'd say take on creatine. If you're not taking on creatine, you should be fine still. There's creatine in beef. So eating steak is a great way to get your creatine. They say there's creatine in beets as well, if you want to go the natural route. But I recommend at least having steak in your diet at least once a week. If you really want to put on that size, you and Abasada are going to. He's scared. We ain't got to mention that no more. He don't want no smoke. Or he gonna try to wait till summer and then start calling. But you're a clown. We move on to be better, to be greater, and to affect more people in a positive way if we can. You heard? Yeah, man. I have to get it. The ones who started, I gotta be the one that finishes it. Till something happen, or God bring me to that love in the sky, I'm gonna stay right. I'm gonna get in shape as best I can. Because we don't know when the end is. But while we leave it, 15 on a push-up, the bend. I promise you, the life of being fit feels way better than being sick.
Facts.
Let me repeat that, man. The life of being fit always felt better than the life of being sick. You spend your money, you gonna spend your money in your health, or you gonna spend it in your sickness? Because I promise you, if you don't move this body and be continuously working out and training the mind and the body, it's gonna kick you in your ass later.
Facts.
You hear me? How much harder is these with the resistant band? Yo, I'm not asking them to do this off of like, yeah, bro, make me look good. This is authentic, yo. If you have one of these bands and you can give me 50 clean, 50? I'll pay you. I'll pay you, because I know they're not doing it.
Yeah, hell no,
it's clean. I'm talking all the way down, all the way up. It's gonna be different. That's why I use these in part of my training, because the resistance, you're not getting. That's the lighter band. The Supreme band, you out of here. Amino acids are a waste of most people. Whole food protein. I don't know, man, because I've had good supplements, but it's not the advertised supplements as far as amino acids. I think they are good ones. It's just the ones that have a bigger name, get a bigger shelf life. So they'll put the good shit in the front, get the big pictures, but the stuff that be in the back, it'd be better.
Hey, what do you feel about the all natural stuff?
To a certain degree, because I'm starting to get mad at these people who are starting to act like sea moss is the end all, the be all. They took you like two teaspoons of sea moss, now they got magical powers and they Super Saiyans. It doesn't do that. You get what I'm saying? It does. It help you with nutrients or minerals, and that's cool. But let's not act like you can survive off of that in watermelon. You really need substance. You really need. You need meat. Pause. You get what I'm saying? I mean, certain meats I don't mess with. Like I don't get no bottom beef. I don't eat no crab, no lobster, no shrimp. That's just me. That's what I do. But there's other people who, swear by it. Yo, all I need is some chickpeas, a watermelon seed, and some sea moss, and they ready to go for a marathon. To each his own. Everybody different. I just don't want to look. I respect what Dr. Sebi was talking about. I just don't want to look like him. You get what I'm saying? He was able to go somewhere in the island maybe to do that. I live in New York. You better be set for the tone. If you get on that train, you better make sure that you know how to protect yourself. And I'm not saying your physical fit means that. I train these hands too. So you got to make sure that you on it. You get what I'm saying? Am I playing?
No, you're right.
Yo, because you live in New York. I don't know. I walk like this because you got to be aware. There's crazy people out here. There are people that ain't got nothing to lose. So if you ain't observing, you ain't paying attention, and you don't know how to handle yourself out here, you will get your ass handed to you. You hear me?
Put a W in the chat if you gonna fight him, if you see him. Nobody gonna fight him.
Nah, but real talk, I wear big clothes, so they don't know. But you never know. Sometimes they don't see it. You know what I'm saying?
Like me, you don't see it.
Exactly. Until you take off, and then they say, like, why you keep punching me? You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure you in that mindset where you got to be ready. I'm not playing with nobody, man. I don't want nobody to play with me. I stay calm. I ain't trying to be too cocky. But you got to be confident. And sometimes your confidence is going to be mistaken for your cockiness. You know what I'm saying? One foot. Yeah. How much more longer you think you can hold it now? You got. See?
That's
Yeah.
good.
But we gotta start really doing more of it, because I'm not gonna lie. rather than just tell you the story about it, I'm gonna just show you and really be using it every time. Because anybody who can't stand behind what they work on and put their efforts towards can't believe in it. So I'm gonna make sure that I stay tuned and making sure that you see every movement that's possible with these bands. You know what I'm saying? Summertime coming, more shreds, more calorie burn.
Yo, I what about 5 lever waist to bars? What's the band?
5 lever, let's waste the ball. Let's get it. Hold on, let me see something.
Big? It's big. Trying to get that front lever down.
I actually never really worked on it too long. I only just did a little bit, but I'm gonna start doing more of it.
Yeah, I get the static too.
That's a fact. But you know, that's another thing too. It's a different element of training because you know what I realized too? When I first started training, my training was about rage. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of times when I was going through something, I put my rage into my workouts. So rather than fighting all the time and putting it, even though you had to fight a lot when it was gangs, everybody, you had to make sure you could keep your hands to yourself or you had to put your hands on somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So I had a lot of built up energy. So what did I do? I started finding out the bar helped me to relieve a lot of that energy. But it has to be a transition in training. Like you can't put anger into handstands. If you're not calm, if you don't relax your body, if you don't go through like a like flow like water state, you're not going to get it. And I realized that you have to be able to change the way you've been doing things. So if you're not in a state of certain season is for heavy weightlifting, certain season is just for body weight. If you're not in a season of always changing around, you're going to be good at only one style. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But, you know, that's just my method of training and understanding. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all can hear me. Judo, wrestling, boxing is all you need to stay dangerous. I did boxing, but you don't know what somebody knows. I just say do what you like to do and do some kind of art of self-defense so you can make sure that you're on. Where you at with it? Let's go. What's up? What's up? Do muscle ups. I can't hit my protein. You don't want to hit your protein. Don't make no excuses. If you can't hit your protein, go get some more food.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Make sure y'all can hear me. Give me a thumbs up in the chat. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me. Talk to me.
Yeah.
Thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me. All right. This man for you. Blocking your dreads and your beard. It don't matter. Another thing too, that this bar taught me games, man. It taught me so many life lessons that I didn't learn through nobody but this bar. It taught me patience, learning to relax, telling yourself to chill. You try to work out 8 days straight and see how your body feels. You feel like shit. Yeah. So what does it tell you? Take time off or you're gonna hurt yourself. And then when you hurt yourself, you're working backwards. Because right now, you ain't gonna get nothing out of that.
That's gonna get your lats hot. Not bad.
Let's go. Another thing too, stay balanced. Doing the shit that's a little uncomfortable. Go to the gym and do the legs. It don't have to be every machine in the gym. Pick 3 machines, do 3 sets, and I promise you that's enough. And every week you try to add in 10 pounds every week.
Progressive overload.
Progressive overload. You want your body to look like something. You cannot do exactly the same exercise 10 years. It's like, yeah, this is what it is. Your body get conditioned to everything that you do.
Specifically conditioned too.
You know when people I used to hate to tell me, they'd be like, yeah, bro. Yeah, my job is my workout.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nah. I don't care what you do. After a while, your body conditions that to be in regular lifestyles. So if you've always been burning 2,000 calories at work, your body's conditioned for that. You thinking that's just the end all. Nah, that may not be enough. Because then you're going to go sit back and eat some bullshit. Should probably be too easy, right? 2. Let's get it. 3. Come on. 4. Good. 5. Good. All the way up. Keep the band on your leg. When you're coming up. Up. Muscle up. 1. Keep those legs together. Keep the band on it. Yeah. Squeeze them together. Yeah. They want you to pull apart. Let's go. Up. 2. Right back. Yep. Come on. 3. Yep. Come on. Together. Legs together. 4. 5. Too easy?
Nah. Nah, because with static movements, you really have to focus on the
Really
muscle
creating
activation.
tension, yeah.
Yeah. More than actually.
Because I feel like I've never seen, they do 2 or 3, but never seen routines done where like hold, 5 muscle up. Right back to that. Like, I've never seen, like it's either one where they doing static or they doing actual reps. They never mix the 2 really.
Nah, that would be different.
That's what I'm saying, because it would change up everything, and I think those reps won't be as high. It won't be no, yo, let me see 50.
Nah, it's probably going to be like 3 and like 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
On a high level. Different. 4, 5. Up there. That's what it did. That's what I said on a high level.
But I'm just saying, imagine for like 5 sets, and then like really like having that command to where you having your person like, hold it. All right, back, go up. Now when you start having that pace, and then people around you like, it could have been cleaner.
That's no way.
You know what I'm saying? But it's another thing too. I think if you stick around to being by yourself a lot, there's no standing there like, nah, it could have been more, bro. Hold on. I'm tired. I seen you do it close. I seen you do it cleaner.
That's right.
And that accountability without feeling like it's a challenge towards who you are as a person or what your craft is. But you ain't gonna take it to somebody who don't train or don't want to do the shit that you want to do. You're like, yo, get out my face. But really had that insight where it's like, I want you to be better, be stronger. So if we doing it together, we challenge it. So,
but I feel like the transition from a static hold.
No, say it, talk it.
Transitioning from a static hold into moving to consistently have. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying like that you're gonna have to practice that movement a lot.
I believe it. I mean, anything that's looked amazing or somewhat at its perfection, you don't think it took time?
Yeah, definitely.
Because another thing too, what you was here compared to what you was a year ago, a game changer, almost like not even identical. But it was what? Through the consistency, the work that most people don't see, the shit that you didn't film, the work that you're gonna put in behind the video that most people ain't gonna see. You know what I'm saying? Nothing just came out of like y'all was perfect. Nah, it was a couple of reps, couple fails, legs didn't get up. One day you heavy, you ate a meal right before, you got one.
Yeah.
It's gonna be days like that, but you stay consistent. You know what I'm saying?
1%
That one, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you regress because you take off and you challenge something else. But a lot of times in the statics is, if you don't stay on it, you lose it.
That's how I feel.
But that's like everything though. Like I did that, remember when I did that 50 muscle ups? I haven't done that routine since that day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because another thing too, 50 muscle ups is cool. But what else? I don't want to just be the 50 muscle up guy. Now you're like, yo, let's do 50 pull-ups. You smoke.
Fact.
I got some chalk too. What? You said, you let me get through a bottle of water. In the projects, that's what you're gonna get. People throwing water out the bottle. It could have been piss. It's gonna come with some hate too. You think you're gonna be showing the world some good shit and then somebody ain't gonna hate? That's the lifestyle, man. It's all good. That's crazy though, right? Keep your eye open. Do you think you can hold a lever without the force grip?
Yeah.
You think so? I mean, your wrist being here, not here.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. Like, holding here is not going to be optimal for transition.
It's not going to be attached.
Exactly.
Go right back in.
So, like, holding the lever here, I guess, is mainly just to practice your hold or to get the negatives.
Now you don't think you go false grip in that movement in the negatives, or is just gonna be so much stress on the?
No.
Yeah.
You can force grip and you're gonna get less. It's gonna be less range of motion. That's all it is.
Okay.
The longer your body is the harder it is to leverage it.
Yeah.
So.
And then you think adding more leg days helps it makes it harder for you to be able to do a lever?
No, it's gonna make it easier.
You think so?
Yeah.
Even if your lower body is heavier than your upper body now? Because a lot of times people get away with it because a lot of times, if you ever see an athlete that do statics, they damn near look like they paraplegics.
Yeah, because like when they focus on a lot of freestyle focused people, they're not really focused on legs.
Legs at all.
They mostly train the movement.
Yeah.
So they're not doing reps and sets. They're training
Just to do the trick.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna do 5 reps of lever pulls.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do like that's their
The MO.
regimen. Yeah.
All right. No steroids, no bubble guts. You a clown. Stop eating it. You are doing cardio, and how often? Do I do cardio? I don't really do cardio. My cardio is reps. If I do, last time I think I ran a 5K. Last time it was like 3 weeks ago. I kept a good pace. It's like
3 weeks ago.
yeah, I just randomly did it, and then I did like I think it was 50 pull-ups, 50 push-ups, 50 dips, and then I did 25 burpees just to test my time. I filmed that shit too, and I had a full vest. It was dumb cold that day, but I did it. I just find myself to lose a lot of weight when I do a lot of cardio. Just my body type. Everybody else is different. But if I do too much cardio, especially if it starts getting warmer, I start to lose a lot of muscle mass.
So your body
So I have to eat a lot. When I say a lot, it may not be somebody else's a lot. Because I eat 3 to 4 meals. But if I'm running in cardio, I need 8 complete meals though. It's not like half and half, or like it has to be heavy on carbs, heavy on protein, heavy on veggies, and every 2.5 hours I have to eat or I start losing weight. It's weird, right? But you gotta know your body type. My body burns at an extreme level. I'm naturally an ectomorph. You know what I'm saying?
Also with the cardio, I feel like when you're doing high reps at a high intensity, your heart rate is building, you know? Running is like a high impact movement.
Do you feel like a lot of stress is put on your elbow when you do a leg lever? Or no? Everybody's different.
Well,
I find when I do a lot of like
so
muscle up.
when it like so a lot ever in the lever is that when you're like when people who are strong enough that hasn't trained, they don't have the retraction of the shoulders. So if you don't retract, it just shows like I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that when you don't retract, you're literally just holding your body with your triceps.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, that's like that is a different feat of stress. So it's like the more you retract your shoulders to push it down and you activate the lat, is the less your triceps and it's the more you're holding with your scapula and your oblique.
Hope y'all got a learning lesson today. Got 198 people. Put that likes up. Let's go. Yeah, so having a fast metabolism, you can't think you're going to just outwork that. You have to get used to it.
Most of us don't even have fast metabolism. We just not eating.
That's a fact, but I've seen it to where a lot of people who are hard gainers, they're like, oh, I can't gain weight. No, you haven't been strict on your regimen. Another thing about regimen too, it doesn't stop even if you stop training. It has to be continuous. My days off on training doesn't mean my days off in my meals. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So people think that, oh yeah, this week I don't feel like it. It's not about feeling. It's not about taste. It's not having the most enjoyable meal. It's about being consistent. And if you eat the same food, you'll start to see what food works for you or what doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, most people don't understand when you bloat, that gives your body, that's a small, like irritation to the body. It's almost like when people get allergic to something, they start throwing up or they start getting an itchy throat. It's the same thing with those foods. It's just a smaller reaction to it. So when you learn what foods you need to stay away from because it bloats you, you'll find yourself to have better digestion. But it's another thing too, when you start to up your meals, you have a lot of acid in your stomach. So a lot of times you need a lot of time digestive enzymes to help break down that food, especially if you have a lot of like steak in your diet now. You know what I'm saying? Or just food in general, because a lot of those carbs needs to be broken down and you don't have enough enzymes in your stomach to break it down. So that's why you be gassy all the time. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely thought adding ginger to like
it won't
my
help.
meals, it didn't really relieve enough
gas.
gas.
It's not enough because the portions is too much. So if you're not taking in the enzymes, I'm talking you have to take it right before you eat. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes even at the end of the day, still charcoal pills. So you can release some of that gas because you gotta remember, you keep on condensing a lot of food, what you think is gonna happen?
Just to gain 8 pounds, like I literally was hitting a Pepto-Bismol every night after.
Yeah, and you don't want that because it could mess up your stomach lining too if you start getting too crazy with the Pepto. You really need to start really understanding the enzymes is better. And you can get that from your nearest like vitamin shop. They're like $7. It's not crazy. And then they come with like 120 pills. So you're taking those, it really helps with just breaking down the foods a lot better. And I have those, my digestion is good. When I don't, I'm sitting down and I'm having gas. You know what I'm saying? But just learning about your body and just playing around with seeing what works, what doesn't. Like at one point I thought I was eating broccoli, but I'm gassy. I can't have that vegetable. I have to go something a little bit different. Like I go more sometimes now spinach. I go spinach, asparagus, string beans. Those three is good for me. You know what I'm saying? That may not work for everybody though. That's for me. You gotta remember every individual is different. And then how much food you're able to take on at one time. I mean, like I'm gonna take 10 pounds of chicken.
Oh, hell no.
Your body can't break it down.
Most I can do is like 400 calories.
Yeah, and that's good, but at least you know it. Another thing too is understanding, I normally don't do calories, I do scale and weight. So I know that 5 ounces of protein per meal, I don't care what the cut of
So
protein.
you don't feel like those apps that you can take a picture of the food?
I don't know, because it'll never know the density of anything. You think about it, if I shake a picture of something that's like on top of something, right? And then I don't show you that it was 2 levels of thickness of force on a steak. You don't know what that is. Them apps is trash, bro. Ain't nobody can calibrate that. Think about that, son. You can't even calibrate something with your natural eye. What's the height of that? Come on, bro. It's impossible. So them apps, you definitely bugging on thinking that shit gonna give you the accuracy. Then they don't know the seasoning. They don't know how much salt you put in it. Some of these people cook with Sesson or Larry's. That shit'll kill you.
Like the,
What's that?
oh
No, those are good money. That's all natural herbs. You good with that. But I'm talking about when people overdo the salt.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? They're not understanding that sodium that you added to your meals ain't gonna be replenished because you just say,
So what about pre-meal? Like, you know, like...
Oh, the pre-wrap meals?
Like, no, like, so before you work out,
okay.
Let's say that meal has a higher salt intake than what you would eat.
Oh, I mean, depending on your body type, I think it's always depending on your body type, your body weight, because everybody can't have the same amount of salt either. And if you're not active, because I think a lot of people take away salt completely. I don't think it's necessary. I think your body can't function without a certain amount of sodium to get that actual pump. So taking it away completely, no. It's a balance and then understanding your body weight. If you're overweight, you shouldn't be having an excess amount of salt. You need to cut down. Now, a person who's active, that's training like how we training, say you get 2 days or 2 days of training and that's intense, you need the salt. You get what I'm saying? But what salt you taking? I'm not going for the table salt all the time. I'm going for the Celtic salt. I'm going for the Himalayan sea salt. I'm going for the, salt that have a little bit more minerals in it than that regular table salt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it never go wrong with herbs and vegetables all day. But it's another thing too. Some people overdo the fats because I told the client you can have as many vegetables as you want. And what did they choose? They chose avocado because I like guacamole. You have too much fat. That'll help you put on weight too, depending on your body type too. So having a lot of avocado gives you more density and more nutrient base into your food. It could go wrong if you're having too much of it. I had a client talking about he had 2 avocados a night. I was like, first off, how you do it? How you do it? And then understanding that that's not good for his body type because he's not only having the fats, he's having high carbs. Those 2 combinations gonna help you to put on weight. So anybody was asked how to put on weight, I'll always tell them, have some avocado, or peanuts or almonds. I'm allergic to 2 of them, so the only fats I can put in my body is only avocado. And I still couldn't fit in 2 avocados because it was just so much.
So filling, right?
Yeah, and then that's another thing too is it's dense. You get what I'm saying? Even you mash it, whatever you do, it just makes you feel fuller.
Yeah.
And another thing I learned with eating avocado with just protein, it'll make you shit more. You know what I'm saying? Or it give you upset stomach because it'll start emptying out your whole stomach.
So what do you suggest? Whey protein or plant-based protein or like the food, like meat?
Say it again.
What do you what would you suggest?
Yeah.
Whey protein.
Okay.
Plant-based protein.
Okay.
Or meat.
For me, I'm going food all the time. Because a lot of times too, with a lot of these proteins, especially the ones that's advertised heavily, they have a lot of fillers. What does that mean, fillers? It's like bullshit. They put a lot of things that's like sometimes sand or like metal particles, just anything just to make the tub fuller, and it's not a lot of real protein. A lot of times too, most black people or most people in general have lactose intolerance. So you drinking something that's gonna make you shit it out anyway, don't make sense. You can't even digest it, let alone enjoying the gains of it because your body's gonna empty it out.
Alright, so like the muscle milk.
Trash. Just put that all in the trash. All that. If you have a bunch of it, just
What
walk over
about
to your garbage
nutrients?
tray.
What about nutrients?
Trash. So much sugar in it. Look at the amount of sugar that is in it, it's not even no protein in it. It's like 6 grams of protein, and then look at the carbs, and then look at the sugar. The amount of sugar is going to kill you. You know what I'm saying?
So what would you suggest as a meal replacement drink?
I would protein based. I'd rather even go vegan after food. Because at least you know it's just going to be sauerkraut. And then a lot of times too, it's a lot of things. No, it's just sauerkraut. There's a lot of times they be putting beans and the other one. There's a lot of nasty ones. But the ones I found to be at least the most enjoyable ones is it's a protein called Planta. I think it's sponsored like Mike Rashid and stuff like that. At first I ain't taking it for his name. The actual protein actually tastes amazing. He got this brand that's called French Toast. Probably the best protein I've ever had. It tastes like French Toast cereal. And the biggest thing about that is not just having a protein, adding the things that you need in it. So I would add an avocado in it. If you can, add a little bit of peanut butter into it.
The peanut butter.
The avocado makes it smoother. You ain't going to taste it.
Oh,
obviously, you can throw the pineapples, throw the blueberries. You can throw the berries in it, but just make sure that you have it to where you just add more things into it to make it more substance. So like add the oats into it, or if not, cream of rice. I don't know everybody is a fan of the cream of rice, but I like it more because the texture is easy to manipulate. You can make it either like mashed potatoes, you can make it savory, or you can make it sweet. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I rock with it. And it's easier to digest. Because sometimes I've noticed when I eat a lot of oats, my waist get bigger. I don't know why, but I think it's just something about it. Now when I have the cream of rice, I'm fuller and I still stay lean around my waist. Because I'll start to realize too, if I could grab this, that tells me this is a lot of body fat. Because that's where most men hold a lot of their fat. It's around this area. You know what I'm saying? So if you could grab it.
Yo, he trying to say I got a lot of body fat.
Nah, boy, but it's another thing too. Most people ain't even walking around with that. They walking around 25, 30%.
He just gave me body dysmorphia.
Nah, bro, but you can be. Because another thing too, you gotta be proud of whatever you got.
Hell yeah.
Because a lot of time people are not proud of what they got. They work so hard just to be like, I'm not. Now, I say don't lose the hunger, but always want more. Because another thing, you have to be satisfied at least at your state now because that's where you at. You can't make it magically just be better.
All right, so body fat.
Yeah.
Doesn't that help you be stronger though? Like,
what do you mean helps you be stronger?
In a way, like, all right. So they say like you have to have a good percentage of body fat in order to like
maintain health? No,
not maintain health. In order like a good percentage of body fat muscle ratio, in order to like have a good strength to weight ratio or a good.
I think on average, me randomly walking through the streets, I'm always lower than 8% body fat. That's not even trying. Just because I'm so much more active than most people, I think. And my body just dispenses. Another thing too, I don't get caught up with just driving everywhere. I get out my car, walk, I make sure I get those steps in. So it's easy for me to get 2,000 steps in. That's not a problem. My thing is, you can still have maintenance of, it's getting really low. Like I've been there where I went to like 3%, where like you don't even see.
That's like show. That's like
show shit,
time.
yeah. But it's another thing too. You're not strong at those times. You look good.
That's what I was asking. Like you need to have a certain level of body fat, you know.
But it's another thing. It's levels of where you're comfortable at. I'm comfortable at anything lower than 10 because I don't get to 10. It's actually harder for me to get to 10. I have to eat trash. And when I say trash, it's like burgers, fries, and stuff like that to get out of that 10%. But if I'm eating the foods that I cook, I'm always over on the plate. Now, me getting down to 2 is different. Because now I have to change up how much carb intake. And then another thing too is I've learned to get really down to that negative and looking crazy with the skull face. It really depends on your protein that you're taking in.
Okay.
And it really takes on certain fish. Most people don't even know. Or they tell me, oh, I don't like it. It ain't about how you like certain food. It's what it do. You get what I'm saying? Whitefish does that. Whitefish get you down to that skull and bone. That skull and bone when you look like somebody push your eyes in and you can just only see your face. It's different.
I hear that.
But people don't like eating it because it's not a steak. It's not chicken. It don't taste as good. But it's another thing too is where's your discipline? Anybody can eat beautiful food or things that taste great. Any food that has fat on it, like steak, salmon, some ground beef, say turkey at a certain percentage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of those have a certain amount of fat, so it's flavorful. It takes on the seasoning. Now put that shit on something that don't have it, like lean ground turkey at 99%. That shit tastes like chalk. But tell yourself, this is what I need to eat, and I want to get lean.
Yo, that is tough.
It is. And that's the hardest part, because people think the training is hard. No, the eating. Tell yourself no cookies, because I still work out hard. I deserve a cookie. No, you don't. Work harder. Tell yourself water with lemon. Tell yourself a dandelion tea. All these things help to get to the goal, but are you willing to do it? The sacrifice.
So you feel like I can't get good carbs from eating a donut? Like if I just eat
from a donut? No. It's mostly mainly sugar. Now, you get away with it in a way because your body's already active. You're already doing it, but everybody can't play that game. They're not as lean as you. They sitting on the couch half the time. They ain't gonna be able to do that. They ain't gonna be able to sustain it. You have a donut, but you're still gonna do 150 push-ups that night. They going into the couch, drinking a beer, and then they going to bed. It's a difference in lifestyle. Or they gonna sit and watch TV. We don't really watch TV like that. And if I am, I'm doing it while I'm doing something. It's a difference. So when you have these conversations, it's what you're willing to sacrifice, because it's gonna take a sacrifice. It's either you're gonna sacrifice with eating the food that you need to get to the goal, or just say, I quit, because you ain't gonna be able to have the mental fortitude to do it. You know what I'm saying? And it's levels every time you do it. People think, oh, I get lean and then come back up. You have to keep coming back up and down, but not too fast. Because if you do it, you can hurt yourself.
So what's a good range? What's a good range?
Of what, exactly?
Of weight.
It depends on what you want to do, though. There's another thing, too. It takes a while to put on sustainable muscle tissue. Because most people think they gain weight, they gain muscle. It's not the same. You get what I'm saying? Because it comes with fat, too. So if you're eating a lot, you have to do cardio more. If you're dropping less in weight, you start to see that. But then when you start adding the carbs again, it has to be slow, or your body will start to drain, it'll fill up with water. One time after doing a show, I dropped down, I went with the lowest. I think I went to like 215. I came from 240 and then I came down to 215. I added carbs like I was bugging, because when you get out of the show, your appetite is at 100. It actually happens to be where I would eat food, but I didn't feel it come down. So I'm in a restaurant, I'm like, yo, running. Still hungry, donut shop. I'll gain 40 pounds in 2 days. But it's water weight.
Okay.
But I almost hurt myself, because then all my body swole up, my hands swole up, my face, my chest, everything. Now it looks good, but I was hurting. And I had to take water pills to drain some of the water, because I was having so much water filled up in my body, because I took out the sodium, I took out all these foods, and to rush it right back into your body's like, what's this? Keep going. And I never felt hungry like that hungry. And you have to tell yourself mentally, slow it down, take the pace, and then you add more food back up to it again. So it's a whole science behind it, and I find that to be tougher than anything else. The training is easy, the mentality is easy, but to tell yourself to eat foods that don't taste good, or it's not as flavorful, like fats or steak. Nobody could have to force you to eat no steak.
Or more than you want to eat.
Exactly. But tell yourself you only get this amount of portion. Or I have to have my rice in I would have to eat it out of like the serving cups, like a half a cup. That would be it.
So somebody's trying to start out.
Yeah.
Eating healthy, they got the mindsets working out, they started working out.
Okay.
And they just trying to eat better. Like,
what
are some suggestions to say for a person who has like a sweet tooth, like they like sweets? Some people...
I get it, because we all have it. We all gonna have that craving. I just understand that, find an alternative. Okay. And then try to eat your sweet as early as possible or midday. Because at least you will be the most active during whatever part of your day that you're most active, you'll have it. Mm-hmm. And I think of it too as finding foods that you resemble the things that you would like. Like I find it to be like a grapefruit. If you bake it and then throw a little bit of agave on it, fire. You get what I'm saying? Or cream of rice.
You don't think about bacon.
Yeah, I know, because you don't think fruits.
Yeah.
But it's still a fruit. And it'll break way better than those sugars that we're craving, like that donut. It'll take way longer to get off that donut than that fruit. You get what I'm saying? So like that's an alternative I like, or a good snack. Now you're talking savory, avocado. Throw a little salsa in it, throw a little flavor in it. You got that. Now you ain't gonna be able to eat it with the chips, but you can get like low carb bread or low carb pita or something like that. So they can feel like it's like, that savory stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now say another one that I like. I like the cream of rice early in the morning. I have it with a little bit of some fruits, and it almost tastes like a papaya bowl. Yeah. That tastes something similar to that, without the extra sugar. You know what I'm saying? But you can get sweet potato. If you get lower and depending on what sweet potato you get it real ripe, bacon. You know when it has like that black glue coming off of it? You ever mess with it like that? Yeah. It's almost like sugar. It is sugar. And it tastes amazing. But it's disciplining yourself to say, get that over the, you know, your mind gonna play tricks with you when you start going low in body fat too. And start to tell you like you don't need to do this shit ain't worth it. It's really fighting against your own mind. But when you do it and you do it often enough, it'll start clicking in. And every time you drop and get your body low, it gets better. Most people don't know that. So like say I do it right now, I get lean, right? Boom, I get down, say 5%, come back up, and get back to 8. Wait a couple weeks, try to put on as much muscle as I possibly can. Come back again. I will look leaner that second time than I did my first. It's every time behind it, if it's done right. And you don't go too crazy with upping your weight too much. Because a lot of times people are like, oh, I'm bulking, and they'll put on 60 pounds thinking it's muscle. That's a lot of fat. You know what I'm saying?
But it just took me so long to 5 pounds out.
Yeah, but that's another thing too, is slowly adding that 1 pound a month if possible. But it's another thing too, is changing our routines and then locking into that position and to saying I'm gonna stick to this routine no matter how boring it is, how much I don't like it, because it's the consistency of that routine. Now if you switch your routine every time you train, how can you condition your body to say it's gonna change? You know what I'm saying? It has to be up there. I say like one of the dudes like to say, they like it's programming. If you don't program, you do the same exercise, exactly the same weight, and now you're like, yo, where's the growth? You didn't change nothing. You didn't add no more reps, you didn't add no more weight. You stayed exactly the same. That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Let's see some dips. What's up with y'all? Go to the doctor, run your blood work, check what works specifically for you in terms of nutrition. We are not all the same. That is a fact. Nutrition is different from every individual.
Now the dip bar, it's my favorite.
What's your favorite exercise?
That's just like my favorite way
apparatus?
to create. Yeah, like my favorite thing in the park.
Yeah? Over the floor?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah? I find that the floor only because the floor gives you, there's no way that you can't tell me you couldn't do it. When people, I couldn't do it, I said, you had a floor? They couldn't lie to me. But definitely understand, the dip is my second. I like this over the pull-up bar too.
What? I mean,
I love it over the pull-up. I would do more, and I know my repetition and my weight, whatever, is gonna be stronger because my push is stronger than my pull. But everybody's different. I've met people whose pull is stronger than their push, which is rare because they practice so much on pulls, but they dips and everything else, it doesn't fall in line. Is your pull stronger than your push?
No. I just feel like naturally I just already
had a good strong
had
push.
A strong push, yeah.
I just think it's easier because I did so much rep range with push-ups. It was like, I heard like once a guy, one dude told me one time when I first started out, he'd be like, yo, I did 1,000 a day when I was in jail, or when he was home and he still did it, but I was a part of his routine. And I would be like, now I gotta do 15. You know, this is how my mind worked, like I gotta do 15. And now I started that journey, it became easier. Then I didn't stop sweating, so I had to bump it. Then it was 2,000. And then after a while, I was just like, why am I doing it? Yeah. But it's the fight against that feeling. Because even if it don't feel good, or if I'm not getting a good pump anymore, I should still do it because it's gonna.
So, so you feel like even if you're hitting, so say for instance you had a certain routine, you built the program for a month. And this program is to build to a certain rep range. So let's say the goal was I want to do 20 pull-up straight or 20 dip straight, whatever. And
I don't want this to die. Keep going.
Well, how would you go about training that? Like, would you start by training like 5 dips a day?
Repeat that again. Say it again.
I said if you were training to do high rep range dips, right?
Okay.
And would you say for instance the goal was 50 dips in a row?
Okay.
How would you go about training that?
Where you starting at?
Starting at 5. Let's say you start at 5. Total could be
5? All right, so
10.
if your rep range is 5, and
Yeah.
that's your max, that's as many as you could possibly do,
Yeah.
I would set up a program to try to get 6, right? That rep range, say you have 5. I'm home. I don't believe nobody could just do 5.
Why?
Just 5.
People-
All right, no,
people
I
are
believe
weak.
that. No, it is possible. But the goal is to get 50.
Yeah.
So I would just say adding on from that 5. I need 3 weeks of at least staying at that consistency. So 3 days a week out of that routine.
3 days a week.
I need you to be doing that 5.
Okay.
Until you get it. And then I want you to start working on moving while you're tired. So that rep range will be something like, no matter what, you have to finish the rep. So that means here, and I ain't got the 6, I shake it off, finish.
All right.
And I'm doing 4 rounds of that for 2 weeks. By the third week, I need you at 6, easy.
So basically, you'll give yourself 2 weeks of practicing that exact rep range.
Yeah, but it was that program would be longer because the range had to get to 50.
Okay.
But you at 5. I can't tell you to do 12 if you only got 5 max. I will work with where you at and then work you because it's another thing too. At the end of the year, possibly, or if not, you'll beat that. Because I will give you movements that's going to make you require you to do that same push, and you should be able to get to that 10, and then you'll be able to get on.
Do you feel like practicing other movements
Definitely.
translate?
Definitely. Like I think translating another thing too, hitting triceps more, or like head bangers. I find those movements to go and translate getting better dips because it's still working the dips. You're still working the triceps. It's just a different angle sometimes, or even doing these. Like when we did these before. This is working the outer part of the tricep. And now you're still working the same development, it's just a different movement. And then it's another thing too, if you want to start benching, and it's another thing too, are you adding weight or are you staying at the same body weight?
Oh no, I definitely add weight.
Because it's going to make you, it's going to condition you to be able to push more weight.
Sometimes I do like heavy weight,
Yeah.
low reps, so to like a 5 to 8 rep range.
Yeah.
And I do like a 20 pound, 25
And then you
pound.
take everything off and then give you all
Yeah.
body weight? Yeah, I would definitely recommend that because when you add the weight, it'll start making you feel lighter.
And I do a lot of dips into push-ups.
Dips
Or
into
push-ups
push-ups.
into dips.
Okay.
So I'll do like 10 sets of or 15 dips into like.
And how you do your dips too, that matters.
It depends. Like if I'm really handstand focused, I'm more in a hollow body motion.
Okay.
If I'm really working out, I'll just come here.
Okay.
This
Sometimes wish that this bar was like higher in certain places because we get so much more out of it. Because I think a lot of times too we lose a lot of tension on keeping our legs back, but it is what it is. A lot of times, say we wanted to do like weighted dips, if you was to do it here, if you don't have it shorter, but if you was to go in a competition and they had the weight lower, it'd be different.
So you feel like where the
weight is placed,
leg
it's
where
going to
your
be
legs
tension.
are touching?
Yeah, you're able to create more force. It's like a squat, right? When you get under the bar, if you pull a bar into your body, create tension, lock your toes into the floor, you're able to create more tension because you got different points. Now, if the weight is behind you and the weight is swinging, the weight and force is going to be two different places. So the weight is here, your body's creating tension behind you, you're almost going to be counterbalancing. It's almost going to be like you planking if the weight starts to get heavier now.
So it'll be more focused on tightening.
Exactly, and keeping the weight forward. So now you got your core working with you. You got your back, your shoulders, your chest, your hips, your legs, creating tension. Another thing too, when people bench, I lock my legs and squeeze the bench with my thighs, keep my chest in an arch. I'm driving force into my hips, into the top of my back. I'm able to create more force now into my bench. Now I'm able to lift more weight. You get what I'm saying? But when I didn't know that, I was just relaxing everything and just using my chest. But if you ever watch the professionals and the ones who start hitting those crazy amount of numbers, they create force. So if you don't know how to create force, then you understand that you're losing out on power.
So you think you have to learn like perfect form to get a good physique?
Perfect form, no. But I believe it has to be a balanced way of training. So like, I think, say you're doing calisthenics only, right? I think sometimes that leaves you at a space where you're not building up on certain movements. So like if you're not doing any rear delts, you can easily hurt yourself in doing a muscle up. I believe if you're not doing any like I like to call them Superman. When you get on the floor and really activate your erectors, that helps you to get your back lever, your front lever. abs. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of times it's creating tension in those areas. I've met people who've never squeezed those muscles in their life. So how are you going to transition and drive into a back lever? You never even hold your back. Exactly. Yeah. Never squeeze your hip forward. Don't know how. Never heard of it before.
Right.
Exactly. So, and learning time too, keeping everything tight. Squeeze your legs together. They're like, what do you mean? They don't even know how to keep them.
That's why doing legs is important.
It's very important. I think it's like trying to cut your body in half. Most of your muscle and your testosterone is in your legs. If you don't activate that through heavy weight, you will never receive that strength.
I mean, yeah, hell yeah.
But I believe we naturally strong because a lot of guys are able to do a lot of things without their legs. But just imagine how much more we can get out of ourselves. You get what I'm saying?
Like to a certain degree.
I don't believe to a certain degree. I believe the perfect degree is if you work your legs.
I'm saying like people who don't work on legs, they definitely have like extreme imbalance. Like if you don't consistently work on legs, your core is definitely not that strong.
Well, that's a fact.
There's a lot of leg.
And just because you have abs don't mean you have a strong core.
No, hell no.
You should have a low percentage of body fat. Most people think that I got a strong core.
No, you definitely have to work on
actually doing it. You know what I'm saying? I've told myself this too for a long time, is I create tension in my core through every movement that I do, so I don't have to work out as hard.
Oh, no.
But I believe there's some truth in it. Now, it's not enough for you to be able to strengthen to where you're able to do a lever, but I think it's strong enough to say take a punch or be able to do a certain amount of repetition with abs. So say crunches. But it's not the same as far as holding a lever. Because I think that takes a different type of strength in different muscle groups that's required to do that movement. I know it starts to sound sciencey and all that. I already know. But we're going to jump into some. So, some little freestyle and all that, man. He said, I got that. Let's go. Hopefully this don't die. I've been having all my lives been dying. Hopefully I hope y'all enjoying this.
Alright. You ready to play? Play dip horse, right? You gotta do I don't know, you gotta do
a move and you gotta see if you can do it.
Alright. It has to be 10 dips.
It has to start off with 10 dips.
It has to start off with 10 dips. And it can't. You cannot do that arm handstand.
No, because you got some moves that I've never seen.
You can't do that.
No, you got to do everything. Because I got to do some of the moves you did. Because a lot of these I didn't do in a while. Hold on, I don't want this shit to die. I might have to turn the mic off.
That's what you're going to do. That's what you're going to do. Let's just turn it off?
Yeah, I'm about to turn it off. I don't want it to die, so y'all may not hear all of the sounds. So we're gonna play a game of horse. Calisthenic horse, I guess. I don't want this phone to die. He said I gotta talk to the people in the chat. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all in the chat. Let me see where I'm at. Talk to me. Keep up the good work. You already know, man. We're going to try to keep on keeping this continuous. Let me see.
Back 360. Good to say.
What do you plan on doing?
Muscle up, 360. Back to another muscle up. He's going to be tight. He's going to lose. First round.
I'm a drug war veteran. I served 2 combat tours in Southside, Queens. That's crazy. Yeah, this dude played too much. Salute to my veterans. That's a fact. He said I served 2. That is good. Man, you work it out. You want them to talk? Quit crying. Nah, it's cool, man. You ain't gonna get everybody happy. He's just gonna show y'all the game and dealing with, keep going. Sometimes it's teaching, sometimes it's preaching, sometimes it's training. Sometimes it's learning. And that happens where you have people who want to learn, people who want to be involved and make it a community again. I think that's more important than a lot of this extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, man. Keep inspiring. I appreciate y'all for watching. Let's get it. So, is it my goal?
Oh, you go first, huh? Maybe I should go. Nah, you should go. You go ahead. Go ahead. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Get out there. Hey! Yeah.
It's your freestyle. I ain't do that in a minute. Let's see.
Festo? But to open up the Festo, I ain't copy, y'all.
Oh, that's what it's called?
Yeah.
A festo?
A Festo.
Oh, that's funny.
Basically,
you know the funniest things that y'all name shit that niggas didn't call it that?
No. I ain't named that.
No, I'm just saying, just moves that people call,
Oh,
they didn't call them shit that. It was just like back lever, front lever. That was the only one that had a name.
Excuse me, can I use it, please?
Go for it. I want to take away from the park. Go ahead.
There you go.
You'll do it for the kids. Right back. Right back. Up. Up. Hop. Ah! Good work.
Look at this. Look at that people.
Oh. Good job.
Look, Jay, I'm about to do it. I did it.
Oh, my stuff in there?
Yeah.
Look, Jada. I got people all by myself. Jada, look. Look, Jada. Oh.
Same movement, fourth grade.
Yeah.
Muscle up.
All right. The kids stop playing. Talk to me. That's how we work. And the Caucasians got hit. Now this style is special forces. WSB homies, I like. Do these. Akeem took over the kiddie park. This is the actual calisthenic park, you heard? But kids gonna see you working out and they gonna be inspired to do something. So don't ever be hesitant to not see some kids and be like, nah, this they park. This is an actual calisthenic park. But there is a kid area over here. So if you have your kids, you can work out with your kids. But this is a calisthenic park. Relax. You heard? We don't take away from the kids. Kids get first dibs.
Now you know how to do exercise?
Yeah, I'm about to do it right now.
All right. Come on.
Where
you at?
Back. Go. H.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Up. Okay.
Be careful.
Muscle up. Okay. Muscle up. Hop in. Okay.
H.
I don't even know how many times you spit. So hold on.
That one. Boom. 360. 360. Back up. Over.
All right.
Head. Jump.
Jump out.
Muscle up.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be fun.
H.
Can I give a question?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that?
I do a push-up too.
Okay, that's considered a dip.
I
Yeah.
can't do it. I can do that. Ah! I kind of hurt. Ow! Ow! Get up.
Responsibility. You gotta rest.
How did dude get to 160? I'm 130. You gotta eat. That's the only way you're gonna do it. You get what I'm saying? You don't just randomly just walk into that weight. You have to work for it. You have to eat.
100.
we had a talk before about eating in a plan, and then as best you possibly can, stick to it, and you'll see the results. So consistently eating a certain way. Can you do a planche, please?
What you can do? Can you show me something?
You can show. Look. 10 dips.
Go for it. Just don't climb too hard on it. I don't want you to hurt yourself.
It's basically 10 dips, 3 muscle ups. H.
Yeah, go for it. Hold on.
H. Definitely H. He cannot do this. I know he can. Yeah, if you can though,
What?
then I'm probably lost.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sit here.
360? Yeah. Other way. Alright, yeah, you can do it that way, muscle up. Wait. 360 on the bar. Ah, let's go! Alright, yeah, no, continue. Go ahead, alright. There you go. Oh. Ah! You know, that was just a strategic height move. Okay.
Be careful though, Candy, okay?
Yeah, planche.
I'll let you know.
You do! You do!
When was the last time you did a
Jada, look at
planche is
this!
always over the ball?
Look,
Planche?
Jada!
I never planche. I don't think I can planche.
Look, Jada!
You can planche?
Jada!
Never trained for planche. I'm really more focused on getting
No,
my
planche can be done what? Under planche, like this one, and then it's another planche when it's in front of you, right? Or is that lever? That's still considered lever.
That's definitely front lever.
Front lever,
Front
back
lever
lever.
head, back lever head. Planche is like,
I normally used to do them on the floor, but I don't think I extended my body too much. It would be like,
just doing planche, just recreationally is crazy. Like, just saying, oh yeah, I got planche, go. So deep. But that's H. We're gonna finish this game.
Wait, how you can do so many push-ups like that? How you can do that? Excuse me, how
that
you
shit was
can
nasty
do
though.
that?
I think you gotta,
How
I
you
think
do that?
it needs to be considered that your arms are stretched out the whole time.
Yeah, you gotta be
It has to be,
fully.
to be considered a planche.
Yeah.
Excuse me, how do you do that?
But that's definitely a valid 90-degree hold. Like, that's.
Because I used to do it from like here, from like the floor, but I didn't know it just did that shit because I didn't see nobody else do it.
So you just say you did recreation.
Yeah, like,
you know what?
yeah, but I think once again too, if you ain't practicing and you playing.
Oh, you definitely not good. You're never gonna get good.
That's y'all?
Yeah, what's up?
Alright, I'm gonna be on the ball.
Good thing.
So, being that, you gotta go. You know you have H. So, it's once again my goal, which I'm gonna start with.
No, you just went.
Okay.
So it's my goal.
Yeah, you go.
All right. H.
H.
All right.
I lost. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, boy. Ah. He's gonna cook me. Yep. Ah. Ah. How?
How did you do that?
You got that, bro.
You got that. You got that.
H.
That's wicked.
H.
You got to try though.
H. The handstand into the hollow body hold is ridiculous. Okay, so what was it? Say you forgot.
Oh, I would say
10 dips.
10
And then
dips.
it was one
like crunch fake style.
Then
over.
was another one.
Boom.
Then I was straight to a handstand.
Handstand.
Into
Well,
that
not even
one.
really a handstand. It was like,
When you watch that, you're gonna say, "Wow, I was handstanding. That was amazing."
let's go.
But
Fight.
you gonna have to do better.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Easy. Come to feet. Good. Push. This could actually be a routine you actually get for some abs. Make it a lot less boring.
Right.
Come on. All right. Now shift your body over towards the side of the bar. Yep. All right. Now grab and lean your trap against the bar. Now turn your hands.
What? What?
Like, so lean your body over to one side of the bar so you can evenly come over. Up, yep. Now turn your hand. Now lean the top of your back against this bar. Flip it over.
H! I'll take it. What the fuck? I didn't know you were that flexible.
Yo, you'd be surprised, man. And I could run. I'm fast, I could jump. Yo, I'm an athlete, yo, for real.
I know.
You think I was just like, yo, that's why they thought, that's why I laughed when they had this challenge. They just thought I was just some random guy. I'm like, you know, I'm an athlete, right?
Nah, you're definitely.
Even when we did those little jumps in the class, niggas like, you can jump? Nigga was telling me his knee hurt. I'm like, nigga, it's only 5 feet.
I take it.
All right.
Take it.
Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yep.
Oh, that was it.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do that one too. Okay. Yep. Lost it.
That's what's trash. You definitely got that one.
What is it? Take this.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's some bullshit dips.
Yeah.
You can bring them shits down.
Ah!
Oh, yeah. Gotta break the 90.
Nah. That's 20 dips.
Huh.
Where you was at? Where you was at? Oh.
Aha. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, okay. Let's go.
His shoulders. His shoulders are hurt? What?
I felt that whole chest. I put no shoulders in that.
So, nah. Alright, yeah, you gotta do something harder than that.
Yeah, alright.
Definitely not gonna do it like that. Okay. Something started more. Woo. I don't want them playing this game. This is our game. Fuck the trees. Alright, so wait, you're not strong enough. You're not strong enough. Hey, look. In the midst of this, yeah, I did happen. You got that? Go to the waist. 1. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull over. Pull over. Pull over. Let's go. Pull over. I've been 10 days. Damn. Good. Huh?
Oh no, we bugging. This shit is looking terrible. Gotta clean this shit up.
That way better than I'm doing shit.
Nah, man. You comparing is gonna make you feel less than. It's
I
not.
ain't comparing. I'm just saying what you're doing is not my skill yet.
Yeah, but it's work. Everything is work. Nobody walked in this shit and magically just say, yeah, I'm the master. I got all the moves. It's practice.
That's why I'm saying y'all crazy, because y'all took y'all time to learn that shit.
Yeah, sometimes I ain't gonna lie. This is bullshit, because I don't practice none of this shit.
So you just be freestyling.
Yeah. Or I do routines that I think is similar.
I practice this shit. He's on a different topic.
But there's another thing too. It's so many different training curves.
Oh,
Oh,
nah.
that's cool.
That's pretty cool too, you see?
Nah, I've been trying, but
Now ain't no try, you doing.
nah, I can only
People
do
try
a
from
180.
their couch.
A 180 ain't nothing.
That's good though. Like
Most people don't even want to do that.
dynamic,
Yeah.
the dynamics.
And the possibility of injury is high.
All right.
So a lot of people, you spin and then what? You see that floor hit.
Yeah, I've heard it before. Like, that's why I don't swing that often.
Yeah, it's like if I ain't in no gymnastics gym, it's over.
The most I do is I do a muscle 360. But swing 360, here I am.
That's what I'm saying, but there's another thing. The 360 that's not in no gym,
yeah,
no
yeah.
cushioning mats.
You did it.
You know how that ground gonna be so
I've been
unforgiving?
doing this. You've been doing it? Yeah.
Oh,
I think I can.
all right. That's what's up.
I think I can do that.
Nah, what the fuck? Oh, the commercial.
I still.
Yo, that
So,
went viral.
look.
That's cool. Kaylee, look. Wow. I want to do it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Keep
6,
hustling, y'all.
7. Keep going.
Hey, have a good one.
9.
Time. Man,
You
can
sit
you
on the ball
question
like-
now?
Oh, yeah.
Can you question?
That's it.
Can you question? Kaylee, let me try.
What's that?
Whoever can do like 100 backflip out with the 100.
All right, so that's 10 straight ball, 10 parallel ball, 10 push-ups, 10 straight ball.
Yeah, whoever can do 10 push-ups, I'll give them $10. Okay, so do 10 push-ups.
It's a beastie chest started feeling.
I don't think it's beastie. I think it's pretty normal.
See,
We gotta stop
It's not
playing
about there
the
anymore,
part of
look.
this extreme until we really start
Somebody
doing extreme work.
said, Akeem, you truly inspiration.
Kaylee?
Thank you for all you've been doing. You're the example.
Appreciate you, brother.
Good morning. What y'all got?
What y'all got? What moves y'all got?
Yeah.
I got boost. I could do the same thing you did. Wait, ow. I'm good.
That's not beastie.
Ah! I'm a monkey. Ah!
I don't know. I just don't
Ow!
do.
Ow!
I just focus on reps and sets too.
Yeah, but it's on your
not a
time,
lot.
man. Yo, as long as you like what you doing, bro, that's the only shit that matters. As I realize
I see
this
Mr.
shit,
Naya.
because now I start to see that like
Look
these
on
reps
the
and sets,
side.
some of them don't even try to get the chin over.
I'm gonna run to
They
her.
don't break 90. I'm like, yo, bro. But they want to be like, oh, but then it sounds like you hating, and you can do it. But it sounds like you hating. So I realized, just do what you like to do, and just do what you're going to do. Because there's going to be people that's going to say
Can
something.
you look at my tricks?
Let's go. Okay. Oh, okay. That's nice.
All right.
Woo. Good kids, man. Careful. Hold on.
No. Put your thumb around the. Yep.
Yeah.
Look at I can
That's
do.
good. You're ready.
Since a kid. I think too,
And I can do this.
with you, the lack of fear if you're young.
Oh yeah.
You see how he do it?
Because they don't have like,
How do I
push your
do
whole
that?
head up. You know what
I
I'm
can
saying?
move forward to the
Okay,
other
I
side.
fell really hard a lot of times.
And
Yeah?
then I can move the side while I'm sitting.
A lot of times.
I think I know.
What's good? Say hi. What's up? Leading to the next property. That's a fact, man. And it's about teaching kids something different, man. As long as it's positive, we doing something great.
Oh!
If we can, if we can ever get back on that ball, but you know, it's their ball.
I can.
It's a community,
I
man.
can do that too.
You'd be surprised who you inspire when you show them something different. They always paying attention, so you're gonna show them positive or the negative. They're gonna see what you're doing, and they're gonna emulate it. So make sure you give them something positive to look at.
Wait, no.
That's a fact.
I was like, can you show me?
I'm supposed to be waiting
Look like this.
Maybe later.
It's gonna be a while, so
Oh,
thank y'all for showing love. Thank y'all for coming in. We're gonna keep locking in. We're gonna keep on showing some. For the pain, for the glory. We're gonna get this guy a YouTube page because he playing. Let's get to it, man. For the pain, for the glory. Thank you for the blessings. Let's get it, y'all. Fight!
Wrong